Alrighty, so we have 30 minutes until the Rock the Basics call with all the newbies. So I'll be hopping off right at 8:30 or a little bit before. But I just wanted to I wanted to review a little bit about Stephanie Chico's call last night. If you weren't on it, because I absolutely loved it, and I thought it was pretty refreshing. I've been a coach for I don't know 18 months or something, and sometimes you feel like you've heard everything, but being on the calls is super refreshing, and I always love hearing what she has to say. But I'll go over a little bit about that. But I was on the webinar yesterday, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, if it's Mari or Mary Smith, but she does those webinars, and she has actually done a few presentations at some of Beachbody's events. And it was all about Facebook's future and like how it's going to be from here on out, how it's changing, what it's going to be like in 2015. And so it was all about what marketers need to know. And I was thinking, oh, well, I don't know if this applies to me, but we are marketers. I mean, we are in a multi-level marketing business. I know we don't want to come off salesy, so we don't consider ourselves in sales, but we are totally in sales. And a lot of the things she said were really good. And I put the slides in Beatnik, so if you need to go back through, you can. But I just want to share my notes, and then we can talk about that a little bit. And then if you guys have questions, we can go through those as well. So basically what she talked about was Facebook's future, some things that were trending on Facebook, organic reach tips. So without promoting your page, how to get an organic reach is what that means when you hear the word organic. Boosting tips, because I know we've seen how that's all been changing. And then 6 big Facebook mistakes. So she of course saved that to the very last minute, so I kept my attention. But the first thing was the future of Facebook. So Mark Zuckerberg has done a presentation recently. Basically, he had 3 things that he wanted to do with Facebook, and that's eventually connect the entire world together via social media. The second was to build virtual reality products, which I thought was super strange. Basically, like where you could put on goggles or some kind of vision and actually shop stores by like putting this stuff on. It was just like, it totally freaks me out. And now I'm totally like, I think it's like Big Brother with Facebook, honestly, that they're just watching every single thing we do. It's so scary. But when she started talking about that, I was like, what? And then the last thing was that he wants to develop artificial intelligence. And that was just like over my head. So that was kind of what she talked about the future was going to be. I was just like, I don't need to know about that. So then the next thing that she talked about were the trends, and that was what was really important to me. So the number one thing she said was business pages are going to post more videos. So if you have a likes page, or if you plan on having a likes page, videos are going to start being seen more. And we see that change all the time with Facebook. What's seen more? Is it a regular status? Is it a picture, or is it a video? And it's constantly changing. But right now, it is videos. So she was saying to get really creative. And she said, you can now actually go to your videos and you can see the views. So there's like a link that you can go to if you guys aren't aware of that. And you can go and you can see how many people it's reaching, how many people are actually viewing it. Because it may reach 2,000 people, but maybe only like 115 or 120 are stopping to check it out. So you can see that, and that the reason that is good. Sometimes I don't like it because I don't like to know, like, oh, it reached 2,000, but like no one stopped to look at it. But it's nice because we know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. I mean, if they're not stopping to watch it, then we need to switch up what we're doing and maybe, change our approach to to get the scroll stops. So she was saying, create fun, informal, but purposeful videos. And she is really outgoing, and she said to make people laugh, make them cry, or make them go, "Aw." So those are all things that make me stop. If it's going to be something that I know is funny, I'm always emotional. So anything that makes me like stop and think about the awe stuff, we cry on every retreat we go on. So those types of things were what she was talking about. And then she said, think about a video marketing strategy. So the three things you want to do is educate, entertain, and then catch their attention. So I think that would actually be in different order. Catch their attention, and then from there you can educate and entertain. Because if we don't catch their attention, we're not going to do either one of those. She even recommended actually making like going in sets, like do a marketing train or like your training in through videos, which we always talk about on YouTube. She actually said that some people have completely fled YouTube to come back to Facebook's for video purposes. Like they're saying that it is going to be like a pretty big deal with videos. And she said to get, creative, and then that Mark Zuckerberg talked about how we were going to continue to evolve, and we would be evolving from text to picture to video. So it's just going to continue to go up. We started with statuses, and now videos are the biggest thing. And she also said, which is like a struggle for a lot of us, when you make a change, like if you change up the types of posts you're doing, give it time before you see like where it takes you and if it works. We'll do one post, and if it doesn't do well, we're like, oh, that sucks, it didn't work. But what she's saying is actually give it like a couple weeks to see if it changes. Like if you do a video and you don't feel like it's getting a lot of views, she said, don't stop doing videos, continue to do them and just see and kind of watch the change over the next few weeks. So when you're making changes, don't rely on that one, the one post that you did that, when you were kind of doing a guinea pig. Let's see. News feed FYI. And I thought this was interesting, especially for all of us who, statuses and posts are kind of our job in a way. And so she said the faster that someone likes, comments, or shares, it triggers Facebook to bump it. So we know that by people liking and sharing it, it's going to bump it back up in the news feed. But she's saying that Facebook is actually looking at how fast they like, comment, or share it. So it needs to be something that they would want to click on immediately, like and share. I thought that was interesting because we go back to old posts that we think are good and like comment on it so it bumps it back up. And that works too. So I felt like we were kind of in on the know, but she had some more tips on that. The third thing she said, oh wait, I missed something. Number 2, business pages are going to post more links. So we heard this a while back and it's back. So now we've talked about how videos are going to get more views. Business pages are going to start posting more links. So I thought, how is that relevant to me? Well, for me, I just started a blog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking the link for my blog, sharing a little bit about the post, and then attaching the link to it. Okay, so I'm going to post the link in the actual status. Let's see. Number 3, focus on less content and creating higher value. Okay, so stop striving for, and I love this quote, stop striving for the metric of more and instead focus on the metric of meaning. Okay, and I know that we tell our coaches and we still talk about posting 2 to 3 times a day and this and that. She's saying that once a day is fine. She was saying once a day on a business page is totally fine. Now, she also said, if posting more a day is working for you, don't stop because some things work better for other people. So just find what works for you, kind of figure out your flow. But she did say And I think we can all agree that just posting to post is not what we want to do, and I think Stephanie talked about that last night. We don't want to post. I cannot remember the metaphor or the analogy that she gave, but it was hilarious. And so basically, don't just post it just because you feel like, oh, I haven't posted in a couple hours, I'm just going to post this random thing. Make it have value to the people who you're reaching out to. Number 4 was more personal and personalized content needs to be put on your page. And I think we're really good at this. And she's obviously trying to reach a lot of different types of marketers. I mean, some of these people have huge businesses, but she was saying, be more humanized. Share your flaws. Share different things that you're going through. And she also said, post more selfies. And I was like, oh, we're really good at that. So we're doing good. She's like, she talked about how some people are horrible at selfies and they need to work on their selfies. But, just definitely posting about you and sharing you is definitely good. Instead of just if you go to a page and all you see are Pinterest posts, we can get that on Pinterest. Okay. So make sure that you're personalizing it. Take the quote, take your picture, mesh the two, and make it more personalized. Number 5 was business gets better at placing intelligent ads. So she said, the key to this is making your ads relevant and timely. We talk about that all the time. They need to be posted at the right time. They need to be done in a way that's going to attract the masses. So here is the big thing that we've all been talking about. We're all wondering why Facebook is so crazy and they're taking certain things away and this and that. Well, she said that paid reaches are how we're going to be getting our likes. She said it's coming, that organic reach is going down, meaning organic meaning not paid, and that paid reach is going to be the way that we meet the masses and get everybody. She said we've had a free ride for years and it's been fun, but it's, now it's just going to be about building it on paid reach. So she talked about that a lot. They basically said that Facebook wants ads to seem blended into the timeline. They don't want it to come off as buy this product, on their feed, because that's going to take away from Facebook, what Facebook has to offer the people who are on there. But they want the ads to blend into the timeline. So when you are creating your ad, think of it as something that you would still post to a status. I wouldn't necessarily change what you're doing. I would still make it so that it blends into the timeline. And then she said, think of it as being a member first. A lot of people come on Facebook and they just get super into this whole marketing thing and they don't focus on being a member first. So think about yourself as just a regular Facebook user and what you enjoy seeing. And then take that and mold it into, what might be relevant for your business or your likes page. The 6th thing was Facebook rolls out people-based targeting. And I'm honestly this one kind of, I wasn't really sure. Hold on. No. Sorry. Boom just asked if we had any Shakeology other than Greenberry. He doesn't like Greenberry. So this one was kind of confusing to me, but there's cookies on your computer and all that kind of thing. I'm not a computer whiz. I don't understand all the cookies and clearing your cache and all that stuff. But she talked about how there's actually going to be, the ads are going to be seen differently on a phone than they are on the computer. And I won't get into a whole lot of that. You'll have to go to her slides for that because it was not something that interests me. And it just, I didn't get into it, but maybe someone else will love it and then you can give me some insight. Number 7 was business is going to include more creative Facebook integration. So embedding posts. There's going to be apps and websites and different logins that are going to be changing. We see the Messenger app happening. So I'm sure that more apps are going to be changing as well. But she didn't really go into detail on that. I don't know what I did with my face here. So here are some changes. And she talked about this graph, which I'm going to share really quickly. She's like, this is such a good visual. I haven't put it in Beatnik yet, but I can.